god, a whole bunch of snow just fell off the roof and like sheets. Hey Peekaboos! Today's video is all about Winter Wonfes 2020, but before we get started, for those of you who are unfamiliar with Wonder Festival, it is basically this huge convention in Japan that happens twice a year, and basically a bunch of figure companies come together and even individual artists, and they show off their upcoming figures. Sometimes they release completely new figures and designs. Sometimes you get a painted prototype or a prototype if you didn't have one before. So it's just basically this big event that shows off figures.
I think this is our first figure video in a while.
But yeah, we just thought we would sit down with you guys and talk a little bit about this Winter Wonfes. And so, first initial thoughts, what did you think of it?
I mean, there definitely was an overload of Type Moon.
There was so many Fate figures this time around. It was crazy. We also did see a little bit of Demon Slayer, not as much as I thought we would see since it's really big right now, but we did see a little Demon Slayer. We did see some My Hero Academia. You know who we didn't see? Love Live! I don't think I saw a single Love Live figure in all of the websites and things that I looked through. No Love Live. After all these years, it's finally dying down. Our wallets will be saved, but our hearts are a little bit broken. Now he's into Fate, so this is like a great year for him. But you know what else I saw a lot of?
What?
A lot of Nendroids. There was so many. I'm so happy about that. So that was my good point. And since we're talking about what we're excited for, we are going to give you guys our top 5 picks each of what we are excited to see and what we will hopefully be able to buy in the future when they are finally released for pre-order. So let's kick off this list. Why don't you go ahead?
Me?
Yeah.
So to start off, my number 5 pick would be Type Moon Racing's Nero, Claudius, and Tamamo no Mai. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but that is mine because, they frankly look really good together.
I feel like you're kind of cheating.
I'm
you
not
picked two.
cheating.
It's 2 girls in one. It is one figure, but it is 2 girls. He's sneaking an extra girl in there.
I could be, but it's also gonna probably be really expensive. And
over the past few years, figures have risen so much. I think when we first started, maybe 9 or 10 years ago, you could get a nice scale figure by Alter, a really good company, for $80, $90, and now they're going for almost $200. This one, I'm gonna say, is probably gonna be closer to 3 because you've got 2 different figures. But
yeah, I mean, the sculpted looked really, really nice. I mean, I'm sure the colors are going to look nice when it's all painted.
Yeah, it's done by Stronger, and they're normally a pretty good company.
I'm pretty sure my number 5's going to kick your number 5's ass.
No way.
Alright, let's hear your number 5.
So my number 5 is On from Persona 5 Dancing Star Night by Fat Company. And she's not completely new to this Wonfes, but she is completely newly painted.
Okay. So
they showed off her paint job. She looks really good. I love the colors they've chosen. I mean, it's based off the character, but I think they really pop on the figure. And I think she looks really nice.
So, my number 4 pick, this comes back from from way back in the day when I was already kind of watching anime. But this one was kind of special to me, and it's of IU from Canon.
She's in an Android, finally.
Yeah, finally. It's been how long?
I don't know. That anime is definitely more than 5 years old.
I think it's from 2006.
Yeah.
To be honest, pretty sure it'll look pretty good, pretty cute.
She hasn't been painted yet.
No.
So we haven't seen that, and I didn't see any extra pieces with her. What her other faceplates, I think it was just a basic sculpt. So there's still more to see. Not sure when she's gonna come out. I definitely don't think, since she wasn't painted, that we'll get her this year. So I'm thinking it will be a 2021 release, hopefully.
I'm just gonna end off with the
So my number 4 pick is Miku, and there's actually quite a few Miku. There's always quite a few Miku at these things. Miku is probably the most overly saturated figure there is. However, I love her to death, so keep sending them. But the one that I chose as my top Miku for this year is the Miku Expo 2019 Taiwan and Hong Kong version.
What a mouthful.
It took me a couple of takes to get that all out. But this figure is from Alpha Max, and I think she just looks absolutely gorgeous. She looks like she's gonna be another expensive figure. She does have a couple of bells and whistles to her. It's just not Miku, but it's not like overly extravagant, so maybe she won't be that much. I'm guessing it's probably gonna be 170, 180 though. I'm like really afraid. So hopefully I'll be able to pick her up, but she looks absolutely gorgeous. I love her traditional like teal color with the red base. I think it really pops and like contrasts with each other. She just looks gorgeous. So she was my favorite Miku that was shown off at this Wonfes. So that's why she's my number 4 pick.
I really don't have an opinion on this one because, you know, I'm not really like a Miku fan.
He puts up with my Miku collection.
Like, yeah. Alright, so moving on to number 3.
Who are you gonna pick?
I'm gonna pick Kuro from the Prisma Cling Fest. That's obviously, she's like in a pop idol outfit.
So we already have Elia in this line.
And she looks fabulous.
And then we pre-ordered Miyu as well.
She also looks fabulous.
And now we're just gonna round them out with Kuro,
who will also probably look really fabulous.
Yeah, right now she's not painted, so we don't know exactly what she's gonna look like. So now it is time to reveal my number 3 pick. And it is a Nendroid of a very beloved character. And this goes way back for many people. I'm sure many of you are excited for Inuyasha. I am so excited that he is getting an Nendroid. He looks so cute.
You know what? They've actually been going on like a spate of like really like kind of like 90s like characters.
Giving us those nostalgia vibes.
Like Yu Yu Hakusho. That was like so amazing to watch back in the day. I didn't really watch Inuyasha, so I can't really comment.
God, I love Inuyasha.
Don't you want to describe this Nendroid?
We get a little sidetracked. So he hasn't been painted yet, and he's just so cute. Like, I don't know what else to say. Normally we don't get to see a lot of their accessories when they put these out.
Probably has his like little sword or whatever.
Oh, he totally has a sword. He has his Tetsaiga, and it's in its upgraded form. It's powered up by his demon power. So he's definitely coming with his sword. Alright, moving on. Number 2.
Number 2.
Who are you gonna pick?
I'm gonna pick Saber Alter from Fate Stay Night Heaven's Field, and it's like her in a kimono.
That is a gorgeous figure. She's not in my top 5, but she's definitely a gorgeous figure.
I know, I mean, she's looking at you with those piercing gold eyes and kind of have her kimono hiked up a little bit.
Ah, old Dan is coming through. And with that note, my number 2 pick is another Nendroid.
What?
I kind of went a little Nendroid crazy here with this Wonfes. There was a lot of good Nendroids that came out. But without further ado, my number 2 pick is Amaterasu from Okami as an Nendroid. I like have a soft spot for like dogs and like dog-like creatures. Obviously we have Inuyasha and now we have Amaterasu.
Yeah, but how do you think they're gonna get like from like that watercolory look to like a Nendroid?
Well, it's already painted.
But do you think they did a good job?
I think they did a good job. Like, obviously it's not going to be the same exact style as the video game because it's less of that, you know, watercolor style and more of just like a regular Nendroid style. But still so cute. So, before we move on to our number 1 pick, we wanted to share some of your guys' top picks. So I asked you guys what your favorites were here on YouTube and around social media. And here's what you guys picked.
So first up we have Dark Virus's picks, and he was really excited for all the clothing items for Nendoroid dolls and Figmas. They have some really cute kimonos and gym clothes and shoes. So those do look pretty good, and we're kind of excited for those too. Try out something different from the original Nendoroid formula. Next up we heard from Himoto Sumi, who was excited to see the Utaha figure by Max Factory, as we finally get to see it painted, so there's nothing better than that. So she looks really good too. And then we heard from another Jessica Rich, that they really enjoyed seeing the Nendoroid selection this year, and they are also really excited for Inuyasha, but wasn't really feeling too many scales this year. And then we heard from Smouchette, who was really excited for this year's Wonfes and a lot of the ReZero figures, but they have a huge list and there's a lot more here, and I just also wanted to point out there's a really cute Miku one. While it's not the Miku one on my list, I really thought this one was adorable too. And then we had another Nendoroid fan, Fig Unboxing, liked a lot of the Nendoroids this year, including Inuyasha, but they were most excited to see the Miku Nendoroid doll figure, which is super cute. Otaku Hedgehog was really excited to see the Persona 5 figures, especially the 1/4 Joker, which looks amazing. We have another Fate fan with Dazzler 959, as they liked quite a few, including this Merlin figure, but they were also excited for Amaterasu as well. Lastly, we heard from Loon-chan, who had a ton to say. They were surprised by the varied lineup this year and saw stuff that they weren't really going to expect, but they were most excited, I think, for the Miku V4X Nendoroid, and also was interested to see how the color palette was going to come out on the Shiro dress version, which I totally agree. No Game No Life had some beautiful color palettes, and I really want to see how a couple of these Shiro figures are going to come out that were listed this year with just pictures and not prototypes. And then finally, I just wanted to point out their little statement here that says heart-shaped butt cutout Miku. You know the one. It looks weird, and I like it for that. So I thought I would read that comment because that was really cute. Because I completely agree. It looks a little weird, but totally loving the design on that one.
And now, it is time for our number one picks. Who did you pick?
Oh, I'm going first?
Yeah, you've been going first this whole time.
Okay, you know, I get easily distracted.
Yeah, he does.
But my number one pick could be a surprise.
Is it really?
Well, yeah, I mean, I've been picking all these, like, you know, scale figures, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my favorite is just this humble Astolfo Nendoroid doll.
And he's in his casual version. I think this will be our first Nendoroid doll. I am going to be interested to see how this comes out, because they're a little bit like the super movable Nendoroids, but a little bit more focused on that doll-like feeling. Your whole list is like Fate.
Well, you know, except for one.
Except for one, but now it's time for my top pick. Leave a comment down below what you think my top pick is. No cheating. Who do you think my top pick
You're gonna
is?
cheat.
I'll wait.
God.
Enough with the anticipation. My top pick is Ayu. You already spoiled it. We already talked about her. She is my number one pick because the anime canon has such a special place in my heart. It is not my first anime. It's not my first couple of anime, but it was like one of the first anime that Dan and I watched together. And if you guys haven't seen it, it is same style and feel as like Clannad, which is that slice of life. Like, you're gonna want to cry, grab some tissues after watching it. But I have always had a softer spot for canon just because, you know, of our personal connection to it. And I always see Clannad get so much more attention, and I love Clannad. We already have the Nagisa Nendoroid, but I was always like, I need my Ugu girl. And so she's finally coming out, and I'm so happy.
She could probably come with like a bag of taiyaki.
She should. She definitely should. But yeah, that's it for us today. Those were our thoughts and top picks for Winter Wonfes 2020. Let us know what you thought of this Wonfes in the comments down below. Yeah, that's it for us. See you next time. Bye, Peekabloos.
Okay. Okay.
Fate Collide Liner Prisma Elia.
Damn it, I was literally...
So close. Is the Miku Expo... I don't know why I keep saying Expo.
My number 5 pick would be the Type Moon Racing of Nero Claudius. Is that why his name is Inuyasha?
Yeah, he's a half dog demon. You would have known
I
that
never
by
picked
like...
that up.
What is like... Why do you think Kagome says sit boy? How did you miss that?
I don't know.
Oh my God.
Well, you know what? One interjection. If I was able to, I would buy the life-size statue.
That's not a Wonfes thing though.
No, it's not, but...
It's $400 too,
It's
guys.
$350.
Plus shipping. $400.